Hello again, everyone. High School Story Prime Fan here. I made a gender-neutral mod of High School Story, Chaos Gender. So if you just want to play that, I will have that linked in the description, and anyone with an Android emulator can just go ahead and play. In the rest of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I modded High School Story so that it would be referring to the main character in a gender-neutral way. But before we start, let's go over some of the ethics. First of all, High School Story, long dead. I said this in the last video, I'm saying it again. No one is being hurt by creating mods of this. Please respect games that are still available and do not get in the way of their ability to support the artists that made them. Something like Stardew Valley, I know, has like a very active mod community, but that's a game that you purchase outright. And Concerned Ape has actively tried to make it like better for mods. Think carefully about how your actions could impact others before starting to change a game. And the second thing is that when you make a mod, you should be explicit about what you are changing, because what you are making is an alteration and it's not the original artistic intent of the game that was created. With that, let's begin. GameJacker already has a great tutorial on how to decompile and recompile our APK folder files in Easy APK tool. The reason that we would need to do this is because if you were to just take out all of the files in WinRAR and try to open them and edit them as they are, you would get a bunch of characters that do not exist showing up. So there's a lot of files that you wouldn't be able to edit if they were in, say, an XML format. When the files are compressed into an APK, turn into a form that's not so simply text-based, you won't be able to edit it in its compiled form. So you need to use a tool to decompile it. So check out GameJacker's tutorial on how to use the Easy APK tool. But when I tried to use it, I ran into a problem because I did not have a Java development kit. When you try to run the decompiler, you're going to get an error. So you need to have Java, but then you can just follow this tutorial very simply. Lastly, I will be editing in Iguana Studio. I will have the download link for it inside the description. To open the app that you have just decompiled, you'd want to go Open, and you're going to have inside the folder that your APK Easy tool is, it should be in decompiled APKs. I decompiled High School Story into this folder that I titled Edit for Video so that I can edit it for this video. Then you press OK. The Microsoft Defender may come up, but since I know that this project is safe, I'm going to press Ignore for this project. So let's look for HSS. In the last video, I said that I was going to make a document that would say what all of the different things mean, like all the numbers have like different animations. There was no need to do that because HSS already has all of that information. So if I were to search gender in here, you can see it takes me to the part of the document because these two little dashed lines means like this line doesn't show up as code, it's just instructions about the document itself. And so I know that get character gender is the command for getting the gender of any character that they program in here. Let's find an example of get character gender. By doing this, I can search through every single file within this folder. So let's look for get character gender. And you see that the full command here, get character gender u. This can also apply to get character gender for anything inside this parentheses. So we're looking only for get character u. And in order to see everything, I would click on Open in Find Tool window. And so then I can scroll through literally every quest where get character u shows up. So here's an example of a place where you have your get character gender you, if gender is male. So you can see the entire command looks like this. It starts from if and it ends on end. So we would need to delete both the end and the if character, and also the else. And then we would just need to edit one of these and delete the other. So in this case, first we need to see what changes between the genders. So here, rescue him versus rescue her, saw her or saw him. And so I'm just going to change that to rescue them. The Great Western saw them. And then I would simply delete the others. The actual search, it's become invalid because the get character gender is no longer there. In general, I try to change as little as possible. So for example, in this scene, your character is riding a bull and Peyton is going to cheer either MC, MC, he's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. Or MC, MC, she's our gal, if she can't do it, no one shall. And I think that the second one can be more easily replaced because we can make gal pal and then change she to that's our pal. If they can't do it, no one shall. And once again, delete end and then delete else through if in this case because we're not using the first part. There are some places where I had to make my own interpretation of what someone would say. For example, in the Julian date, he asks, main character, will you be my boyfriend or will you be my girlfriend? And I thought it would be cute to replace that with sweetheart because in the Isle of Love, as you level up the couples, one of the stages is sweethearts. And so I've replaced this instant of boyfriend girlfriend with sweetheart and the next, and then the ones after I replaced just with partner. But for Max, I don't think that he would say my sweetheart. That just doesn't seem like him. So I replaced man and girl with date in that case. And lastly, in instances like this, it's kind of more stereotypical of boy girl differences. I tried to think in terms of what would make sense for all possible canon main characters. So you can be a jock, prep, or nerd, right? If you are a prep, it doesn't really make sense for you to be like, it didn't take me long to find this. I don't care much about fashion. So I go ahead and delete this in that case. And of course, delete the if. Thanks for watching. Happy coding and have a great day.